Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Ankerstar Wealth Market Update. I'm your host, Steve Ankerstar. Allison has the day off today. Today, we're going to talk about the likely stock market bounce. So we're going to see, we previewed it yesterday, talking about the big sell-off, the likely bounce today. So far, that is the case, at least what we're seeing out of the market futures. We're going to talk about Facebook's earnings last night. Their stock's up like 16, 17% this morning. We'll talk whether that's a buy, sell, or hold. And lastly, Bitcoin has been adopted as the legal tender in the second country in the world now. So now that there's two down, how many more to go? What's the legitimacy of Bitcoin? We will cover that. But before we begin, as a reminder, this financial education presentation should not be construed as personal financial advice. Full disclaimer information is available at ankerstarwealth.com. All right, let me share out with you, first of all, the stock market futures this morning. And here we go. So you can see pretty much green across the board. NASDAQ up over 2%. You know, the pretty exciting compared to the massive sell-off we've seen in technology. When you hit the chart here, you know, we'll pull up the 1-year chart. You know, it's been a house of pain, right? Technology, most margin, longest, best term investments. They've been beat up. They've been beat up bad. We saw that we retested and crashed right through the March lows from about, a month ago. We hit that, and now we're going to bounce again. So we bounced in here, we bounced here, bounced here. This is another buy the dip opportunity, and it didn't hold. And then we got another buy the dip opportunity now. I'm very comfortable putting money to work today. Put a bunch of money to work yesterday. I know some more is flowing in today. Jumping on this pretty good. Can I guarantee that it's going to be the low for the year? No. But certainly, if you were to go out, if we are going to get back into the green for the entirety of 2022, you would certainly have to expect that here in April, we would be marking the low to give ourselves time to recover there. So we shall see how it all plays out. All right, let's turn to Facebook earnings real quick. They beat earnings across the board. There's your 15% up pre-market. The 1-year chart there is just the same thing. House of pain, down over 50% year to date. Not after the bounce this morning, but I've trimmed and bailed a lot on Facebook because they're rebranding as Meta, the metaverse. They're talking in language that people don't really understand. But I think all that negativity is based in now. I did do some buying before earnings. That was high risk. It could have gone either way. Fortunately, we benefited from that. But, when you look at the valuation, you're getting, a Facebook, a tech company for P of 13. That's a heck of a price. You just don't see that very often. And as far as, stocks being cheaper, look at this, down, 48% year to date. But, it'll be 30% after today. But, gross margins of 80%. There's a lot of things to like here, unless you just hate Zuckerberg. If you hate Zuckerberg, if you hate Facebook, if you hate social media, don't invest. But if you're past all of that and you think, okay, the VR, AR, virtual reality, augmented reality, move to the metaverse, if you think all of that is the wave of the future, which I do, you can put money to work into Facebook here. I would say it's a buy, but you have to believe. Don't just buy because you think you're going to make money on it. Believe the backstory behind Facebook. If you don't believe, don't invest. If you do believe, do invest. All right, last thing I'll close you with, as you can see, we are on the road here. I'm at the South Terminal of Austin. I think there's an airplane about to start up because I'm outside. But yeah, Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I don't know how the story will end, but I think certainly in the meantime, it's going higher before it's going lower. So, El Salvador was the first country to adopt Bitcoin as the official currency, as the legal tender of the country. And now the Central African region, Central African Republic, excuse me, I'm not as familiar with exactly where that is or the organization of this, but it is a sanctioned entity that has now adopted Bitcoin as its legal tender. So do I think it will continue to happen? I do. I think that in places where the currency is either non-existent or volatile or, whatever it is, I think you're gonna see that. So is that going to help the price move higher? I most certainly think it will, not today or tomorrow, but again, over time. I think it's the cumulative effect of the adoption of Bitcoin is going to enable it to, again, move higher from here. So, all right, so that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for listening in. Make sure you subscribe and like, and we will see you guys